If you've ever been told that time blocking is the way to get the maximum amount of effort and productivity out of your day, but it just doesn't jive with you, you are in the right place today. Hi, I'm Jennifer Maxwell. I'm a clarity coach and I help inspired entrepreneurs go from scattered and full of all these amazing ideas into aligned action so you can get traction for your business. So let's talk about the idea of time blocking. Let me just say this straight out. It works for many people, but it doesn't work for everybody. It doesn't work for me, because how can you block inspiration, right? You're like, I'm going to be inspired between 2 and 4 p.m. It just doesn't seem logical. But there are some parameters that you need to take as an inspired entrepreneur to actually make sure we get something happening in our business, because we can't just wander in the field of lilies and smelling daisies all day hoping that we're going to get somewhere and make our business profitable and actually have some productivity. So here's some of my personal tips and the things that I do to make sure that I am ready when that inspiration strikes. And I also have some constructs around my day. And here is the number one reason why. Don't you ever notice that your creativity happens inside a box? Like, meaning constructs and constraints actually cause your brain to get a little more creative. And that's kind of what we're going to do inside your day or your week to really help you maximize that amazing energy that you have, but also to increase that productivity. So here's the number one thing I do. The first thing out of bed before I kind of go downstairs or start making breakfast or get the day going is I actually get myself dressed. And I didn't used to do this for a long time, because for a while it's kind of like, I am an inspired entrepreneur, and that's the whole benefit of being an inspired working from home person, is that I can just work in my pajamas. And that sounds fun, but let me just say something. If you are an inspired type personality, visually, we care a lot about how we look. We're just really image focused. And it sounds a little shallow, but stick with me here. We actually probably do our best work on camera, doing videos, that kind of thing, taking a quick selfie, whatever it might be, doing an Instagram reel. If something inspires you, you are ready to just drop that content and you can do it on the fly. But if you're not looking your best, you might pause. And so when you pause, you lose that energy that comes with an inspired moment. And in doing so, you lose the opportunity to really connect with people and bring some aha moments to them. So my number one rule is do not begin my day without being ready, because when that inspiration hits, I don't want to go and think, oh, I didn't do my hair, my makeup's not ready. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I know that if at least I'm kind of pulled together a little bit, that amazing energy and that inspiration, when it hits, I am ready to just go ahead and jump into something on the fly, and I can produce some great content. The second thing I do is while I don't time block, like, oh, between 9 and 10 I'm going to do emails, and 10 to 11 I'm going to do whatever, but I do block out how many hours do I actually have in a given day to get done what I need to get done. I've got little kiddos at home, and so they need me during certain times of the day to make their lunch and kind of be with them, and lots of things happen. And so what I've decided to do is block out. I know that I'm just going to pull up my own schedule right here. I know that between when they start school, we're doing virtual right now, from 8:30 until 11:15. That is my time to use uninterrupted in any way I want. I have, again, between 2 and usually 5, sometimes 4:30 or 5. I'll work however long I can, whether there's no interruptions or not. And here's block out, you'll pardon my little mess here, but block out your hours of work time. Like, this is uninterrupted time, hopefully uninterrupted time, that I can devote to my work. And then when you spread that over the week, so that's number 2. Kind of block the hours, but you don't necessarily have to block what you're doing in each time frame. You just know you've only got so many hours. And I have to say that constructive is, I got to be done by 11:15. You get a little hustle in your bustle. You're like, okay, I really only have like 2.5 hours to kind of get this thing done. So it helps you get a little more focused. So that's number 2. Number 3 is looking at over your week, what is imminent that you have to get done? Again, with that time construct, like, I've got something happening on Thursday, at 1 o'clock, then with that comes prep in the morning and maybe the day before or whatever it is. You're going to know how much time you need to prep for anything. If there's documents that have to go out, you're looking for imminent or really important or priority tasks. Typically they involve, communicating with your client or doing some sort of client facing or deliverables that may need to happen. Or if you're running a webinar or a session or doing something live, there are preparatory activities that you're going to do. So you're going to look at anything that is required of you, and that is imminent. So put that in somewhere. Okay, you're going to know mentally that's going to give you that inspiration to actually get that done so that you show up prepared, right? And then there are two other categories I like to work on: sustenance and maintenance. Sustenance is like eating, right? That's really your sales. So if you're going to harvest and bring in the money, then you need to be looking at activities that are going to do that. And then the maintenance part is kind of like client outreach, top of mind, those kinds of things. Now, the beauty of sustenance and maintenance is they kind of go hand in hand. If you're posting on Instagram, you're dropping links, hey, check out my freebie in the bio. So you're continuing to direct people to where you want them to buy or download free guides or whatever it is that you're doing. But there is that top of mind as well as value offers, so that they kind of work together. But keep those things top of mind. If you're going to eat, you got to open your mouth, right? Closed mouths do not get fed. So you have to open your mouth and start sharing what it is that you've got inside your packages and offers and how you can help people solve their problems. So those are three things that I do in my day, and I hope that they're valuable for you. Number one, always be ready, get dressed, start your day. Block the hours that you have available to do your work so that you can know where it is that you only have until X amount of time, and those constructs help you get focused and get inside the productivity that you can produce inside your business. And number three, look at your week to come and figure out what those imminent or priority tasks are so that you can actually plunk those in, and then you will know how much prep you need leading up, and you can kind of fill in the sustenance and the maintenance all around that. I hope that helps. This, as an inspired entrepreneur, I know what it's like to be distracted and to have all these inspired ideas, and this is just how I pull my ideas together, and I hope that that helps for you. Comment below. If you haven't yet, subscribe, hit the bell so you get the notifications, and let me know what you do to stay on track, even with all the shiny object syndrome that happens to us as inspired entrepreneurs. And I'll see you the next time.